With you. My name is Clay Thomas. I am the pastor at Rivermont Presbyterian Church, and this video is about online communion. On July 12th, Rivermont will be celebrating the Lord's Supper, a sacrament, online in worship, and this was a decision that was made by the session after much discernment and conversation. I wanted to do a quick run-through of what that's going to look like, so there won't be as much maybe anxiety prior to that. Most of the communion service will look much like what you've seen before if you've worshiped here at Rivermont or other churches where they celebrate the Lord's Supper. There'll be an invitation to the table. There'll be a prayer of thanksgiving. And then the words of institution, which is the words that Jesus said. Then Jesus took the bread, and after giving thanks to God, he broke it. And he gave it to his disciples. And he said, "This is my body broken for you." And then he took the cup. In the same manner, said, "This cup is the new covenant, sealed with my blood for the forgiveness of sins." All right, this is where it looks a little bit different, because you all will not be able to then partake of the bread that the pastor is breaking, or the cup that's being blessed. However, prior to the service, you'll be encouraged to gather, bring bread, or whatever you have in your house. It's okay if it's not fancy challah bread or something like that, okay? And you might have grape juice, you might have wine, you might have water. God can use whatever elements you bring to the table. When I come to the words institution, those words, and the pastor says, on the night of his arrest, he gave thanks to God. I'll invite you all to hold the bread or the bagel or the biscuit or the chip, whatever you have, up to the camera. And that means for those of us that are watching on Zoom, we'll be able to see everyone holding their bread. And then when I say, "and then he broke it," we'll all break at the same time. It is, I've seen it. The session celebrated communion in May this way, and that is a powerful moment to see that, us corporately breaking bread together. And then we'll partake immediately. And so we'll give you time to do that. And then the minister will say, in the same manner, he took the cup. He said, "This is my blood shed for you. Whenever you drink of it, do this in remembrance of me." And then you'll be invited to partake in whatever you are drinking. We'll have to say a prayer of thanksgiving or after that, and knowing that God is a God of all time and space, that we regularly profess that when we celebrate communion, we're lifted into Christ's presence by the Spirit, that we are brought into communion not only with the divine, but with all those who have gone before us, and with all those in every time and place. So while we won't be gathered physically together, communion as a moment of where physical understandings of time and space are put aside, and the divine energies put us into communion in a unique and sacred way. We believe that God can do that, even online. So I look forward to worshiping with you, and we will be continuing to let you all know and make sure that everybody is able to partake. On that note, the elders, along with the shepherds and gophers team, are contacting our homebound members and with special attention to those who are not able to get online. So if someone cannot participate and cannot get online to listen to or watch the service, a elder or elders will come do the liturgy in their driveway. That person would have their own elements, so that way we're not transferring any potential virus, and they would partake that way. You might be wondering, well, what if I'm listening? If you call in, you absolutely are invited to celebrate the communion, the Lord's Supper with us. So I hope that you will stretch yourselves if that's a stretch for you. It was a stretch for me. I got there, but it was I was dragging my feet a little bit. But I so miss being in communion with you all that I think that this is the faithful way forward. So Lord bless you and keep you. Peace.